Okay, this is by far one of the weirdest and most disturbing Christmas rom-coms I've ever seen. While You Were Sleeping. Now, the title is quite menacing. I think that maybe there's a lack of consent here. Luckily, there's not really that, but it's just insulting. This is such an insulting movie about women dating down. I mean, I've already done this movie awful. Date down, date a loser, date one of the dudes like this humble women. I don't know what it is. Why do they put her in all this anyway? Before I jump into this movie, I just want you to know the very first thing I do before I watch any movie is to look up on IMDb who wrote it. Man, and who directed it? Man. So right out of the gate, I don't even have to do this anymore. I can tell within the first few minutes of dialogue that a man wrote it. But anyway, yeah, two men wrote this. It's all going to make so much sense when you see it. Now, this was with Bill Pullman, which honestly, I like that guy. This is what I think of. Spaceball. You know, I can't unsee this every movie I see. Pizza the Hut, you know, like, so it's a little weird to see him in this role. But like, so, okay, full disclosure, I watched this movie a year ago, took all these photos to do a breakdown, and then ran out of time. So I haven't seen this movie in a year. I'm just going to be going through all these photos. So I'm almost like watching it again through my photos. So we're going to discover together what trash this is. If you can't tell, I'm a little sick today. So fa la 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 la. And also, Mose, I was not wrong. He does not have an eye infection. We took him back to the vet today. And he has... I don't know. They don't know what it is, but it doesn't seem good. So we're going back on Friday, but it's definitely neurological or some tumor. We don't know. So fa la 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 la. I'm trying to entertain myself right now and keep my mind off of it because I'm scared. Anyway, he's eating. He's doing well. He seems totally normal, but this eye, it's not an infection. So keep us on your thoughts on Friday when we go back to the vet, see if they can figure anything else. And please follow my Patreon if you like to support my work. He's going in his car. That's what's paying the bills these days. I've got lives. I've got travel content. I did the Strasbourg Christmas markets and stuff. Personal stuff I'm going through. I talk about over. Anyway, that's what helps me support my work. Oh, look, you're going to join us. That's a sweet baby. Wait. See, he's got the droopy eye. So keep your thoughts with Mose. Oh, also, just sharing my videos on Blue Sky, on any of those apps, sharing my videos, sharing on here. It's like, comment, shares. Any of that stuff really helps me get into the algorithm, so maybe I can get my views back up. So let's start with this. Right out of the gate, we start real hard on the every woman just wants to get married. Okay, this is voiceover. There are two things that I remember about my childhood. First, I remember being with my dad, and he'd say, life doesn't always turn out the way you plan, sweet pea. I just didn't realize at the time he was talking about my life. Y'all, this is the dumbest setup to a story. I'm sorry, this is such bad writing. That never stopped us from taking our adventures together. He'd pack up our sometimes working car. He'd tell me amazing stories about strange, exotic... The only reason why I'm including all this crap is when you see the ending, it's like, really? And we'd head off to an exciting destination like Milwaukee. It's amazing how exotic Wisconsin is, isn't it? Like, I'm so bored already. But my favorite memory were the stories. I know, y'all, just bear with me. That he would tell me about my mom. He'd take me to church where they got married. And I'd beg him to tell me more about the ceremony. I asked Daddy when he knew that he truly loved my mom. Because I'm a little girl and all I need to know is how to find a man. How do I know if he loves me? Y'all, a girl that age is probably not asking that. You know what I mean? God, of course men wrote this. They probably don't parent. Sorry, I already said that. And he said to me, Lucy, your mother gave me a special gift. Sorry, y'all. She gave me the world. Okay, well, you already sound like a loser because if you had nothing going on and she gave you the world. Typical. Actually, it was a globe with a light in it. For the romantic that he was, it might as well have been the world. What are you talking about? So that's it. That's the setup. Maybe I missed a picture or something, but I'm like, what? Men wrote that scene. Men wrote that. That's the beginning of the story about a little girl, all she wants to know. I mean, yeah, of course. What happened to our mom, by the way? I don't remember if we find out. What happened? Did she leave because you were a hobo? Or, die? What happened? All I know is that my nieces, when they were that age, yeah, they're like obsessed with their parents' story. But they didn't ask, how did you know that mom was the one? I don't know. Am I wrong? Ugh. Okay, so they cut straight to where she's going to see the love of her life. Kind of. The first time, the first time I saw him, he didn't exactly give me the world. It was $1.50 train token. Get it? She works at the metro or the subway or whatever you call that version of that in Chicago. I look forward to it every day where this customer who doesn't know my name, doesn't know I exist, and gives me money that he's legally required to give me, otherwise it's stealing. I look forward to seeing the love of my life every day. She's so pathetic already. She sounds crazy. He started coming to my booth between 8:01 and 8:15 every day because I've got nothing that's happening in my life. But to think, 8:01, 8:15, that's what she looks forward to all day, every day, because she's a silly, pathetic single woman. Monday through Friday, and he was just perfect. Yeah. Think about it. Not only does she seem desperate, she seems like a stalker. Never actually spoken, but he's the love of my life. But I know someday we will. See, the thing is that's not unrealistic for someone to have a crush on somebody, but God! Blech. Understand why women think that that this is normal. One day I'll meet this man I don't know who could be a sociopath. I know it. I just know it. I believe in love. This is a movie about limerence. Google that word immediately if you don't know. It might solve a lot of your dating problems. Certainly solved a lot of mine. And I know that someday I will find a way to introduce myself, because chasing a man, going after a man, needing a man is what's normal. This man doesn't even notice me. Do you see how they for a long time have been hey ladies, joke's on you. We used to have to win you over and stuff, but now you got to do all the work. And all the domestic emotional labor and all of the mental load and all that stuff and focus and all that. You literally have to pursue us now. This is what's been normalized. And that's going to be bad. Just like my Y'all, this whole Prince crap has been around for a while. My Christmas Prince. Seriously. I'm not saying women don't think this way, but I just want you to remember, men wrote this. Why would they write this? Because A, they don't know women, and B, they love to perpetuate their dream of what we are actually like. The fork! I don't know anybody who's I am waiting for my prince. And they cut to her carrying home her Christmas tree, like pathetic, manless woman she is. $5 for a Christmas tree and they don't deliver. So for some reason, she lifts it through her window. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know. When I lived in New York, I never saw anybody doing this. I live in a city now. I've never seen anybody do this, but okay. But just like every crazy, pathetic single woman living by herself, she's talking to herself. You order 10 worth of chow mein at Mr. Wong, and then they bring it to your door. Sorry, whenever I'm making fun of stuff, I go into my southern accent. I can't help it. Oh! But she's not talking to herself because she's a cat lady. Shocker! Cat thinks she's pathetic too. And she drops that tree and she just is so tired to be single. And I don't remember this joke. I'm sure it was dumb. Okay, I should have watched this again, but I just didn't have time. But I wanted to give y'all a Christmas review before Christmas. I know, it's the 11th hour. I don't know what this conversation is about. Maybe she's going to talk about the window now because the tree didn't go through, but whatever. She's talking to this dude. But the whole point of this is to remind us she's pathetic. And no men in her life really deserve her kind, but she puts up with it because that's what we do. Okay, so he's like, I think they're talking about insurance. I'm going to make some joke about Joe Jr. barbecuing in a stairwell. He's like, look, I'll pay for it. It's like, that's okay. God, brother, I know people. And then of course she gives him a Christmas present. Because that, women are creating Christmas magic even when we don't have a family. We got to keep for jerks who don't even care about us, won't even fix a window without making us feel bad. Oh, you didn't have to. No, you shouldn't have done that. What did he get you, Lucy? No, I wanted to. Because I'm so pathetic and must have no friends that you're literally the only person I could think to give a present to. My landlord. Sorry, slumlord probably. I haven't even gone shopping yet. Shocker. You probably have a woman doing it for you. And this guy comes in. Hey, oh, talking about his probation officer. Hey, oh. Hey, say hello to Lucy. Hello, Lucy. Hey, oh. And then he's like grabbing his belt. And, you know, she's not impressed, of course. I like your sweater. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I mean, what they're establishing here is like a slumlord and his like cousin or whatever. Maybe it's, I forget the relation. Who, you know, probably slightly schmegally harasses her regularly. But whatever. She got no other attention. Lucy, you're such a nice girl. Joe Jr.'s still single. Like, yeah. Honestly, at this point, I when I first saw, I was like, is she gonna end up with this dude? Because I feel like she might end up with this dude, because that's how much they went. They get a little laugh making fun of him, and then they cut to this where Lucy's getting a hot dog. She's reading this brochure, which I'm like, what is this? Is she planning a honeymoon of a marriage she's not in? Like, what do you have? And she's like, the usual. And he's like, what's that? I don't know who you are, because that's how unremarkable, unattractive, and pathetic you are. I don't even remember your order, even though you probably come here all the time. Do you understand what they're doing here? For anybody who's never been in a screenwriting class or just a storytelling class in general, but especially a screenwriting class, the first like 12 minutes of a story, more or less, is where they lay the groundwork of her world, or the hero's world, and the problems that need to be fixed. Because the change that happens as a result of the narrative arc is all in contrast, hopefully, to what they're like. So even the hot dog man doesn't care about her because she's so unremarkable. Sandra Bullock, who's beautiful, and she's like mustard coat, like she's just so pathetic. Even her hot dog man doesn't know her, doesn't see her. Single women are invisible. Like, she's upset, y'all. Honestly, I think I'd be happy if this hot dog man didn't know my order, because I'd be more afraid that he's like stalking me. You know what I mean? I'd have way more things to worry about, like men being too invested in our order and thinking too much. And that's the thing. It's all projection. It's all projection. The way they wrote this character is how they think that we are. They want us to think we are, where we're like, oh my God, my prince, la 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 la, right? When if a man were doing that, they literally would stalk us, right? He's like, God, I don't get enough of male attention. I wish more men would harass me like Joe Jr. just did. And then her boss comes up, Lucy, I'm recommending you for employee of the month. And he orders the usual. And he remembers the usual of the man, which, if I remember correctly, like, oh, another dig at Lucy and her invisibleness because she's so basic bad. He's like, really? I didn't know there was employee of the month. And he starts like, this is what Lucy's never tardy, always works holidays. Even if she's worked the previous holidays, just because she worked Thanksgiving, Lucy is willing to work Christmas too. And he's like, are you dumb enough to buy that I'm literally trying to manipulate you into working on another holiday because you're a pathetic single woman? Jerry, I'm not working Christmas. Get a nice plaque, though, and the mayor's stamp on it. I didn't vote. What? Lucy, again, men must have written it. You get to ride on a float. Look, here's the real issue, Lucy. Violet is sick, and Celeste can't switch because she's got some big family thing with those stupid people like to hang out. And I promised my kids I'd be there for them this year. It stinks, Jared. I know, it's not fair, and I can't make you do it. But Lucy, you're the only pathetic, stupid bird without a family. You're gonna not come because you gotta hang out with your cat? Like, well, he's right. I guess I should work. If a man came and tried to pull this crap on me, if a woman came and was like, hey, I really would love the holiday off because my kids, I haven't had a holiday off with them and Santa, whatever. I've been this person so many times as a child-free single woman through my 20s and 30s, right? I've been the one who worked waitressing shifts at the barbecue place and all the places. so that other people could spend time with their family. I've been this bird. You know what? And I don't mind doing it if it's my choice and because I care about my coworkers, especially if they're moms, but especially if they're single moms, right? But if a man pulled this on me, I'd be like, fork you. You work. You probably don't even see your kids. You probably don't even know their eye color or know their teacher's name. You work. You'd probably rather be at work anyway, wouldn't you? God! Anyway, so, she's at home with her little tree to, celebrate her stupid life with her stupid not family, and her stupid cat. All her dries up and, she's gonna die alone, right? And then she's at her dumb job the next day. Oh! Now, I actually only know this guy from Grace and Frankie, one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. I literally have watched it 10 times. Please watch that show if you really want to see a love story. Real love. But anyway, I was like, hey, I know that guy. I didn't have a TV, by the way, until I was 37. Childhood, I did, but all my adult years, I didn't have a TV. So I'm still catching up on this stuff. I think that's why I was like, who is this guy? Merry Christmas! And then after he leaves, she's like, nice coat. Merry Christmas to you too. You're beautiful. Will you marry me? I love you. Head on desk. I just used my fist, not my head, I promise. Y'all, I don't know any woman this pathetic. Even the biggest pick-me, I don't know doing this. You know what I mean? Like, this is what they want so bad. This is how they are. And so they write us like this. I know your tricks. Writer men. Oh my God. He gets in a tussle. I don't want any trouble. Whoa, he's on the tracks now. Oh my God, are you okay? Because she goes over, guess what? This is actually pretty accurate. Who's going to save this man? Not a man. Of course it's going to be a woman saving him. Sir, this is not good. I love you. Oh my God, are you breathing? Oh my God, you smell so good. I just want to. No, see, this is what a man would do. But not the saving part, but be like, oh my God, you smell good. I want to work you so bad. You smell so good. Please wake up. All I can think about is schmack. Not my life being on the line. Your life being on the line. I'm just so desperate. I need a fart. Men wrote this. Uh-oh, a train. Oh God, the L's coming. I remember what it was. I've been on that. I think that's what they still call it. Wake up, somebody help me. Rolls him over off the track. If this was in New York, you would actually lay on him and let it go over you, but don't touch the third rail. But I don't know the L how it works. And he wakes up. Oh, her Christmas Prince, y'all. Well, Christmas Prince goes to the hospital. Everyone there is like, oh, that must be his wife, I think. I don't remember why this woman assumes that she's the fiance. Did she say that? God. Sorry, y'all. It's been a year. Oh my God, y'all. I forgot this photo. This is why they think she's the fiance. She was like, I was going to marry you. My delusional self just talking out loud. My cat's not here. And that's why the nurse is like, oh my God, how tragic. His family shows up and they're like, hey, we didn't get to celebrate Christmas. So it'd be nice if you come join us. She's like, well, I gotta work for that manipulative man. I'd love to, but I can't. Jack's gonna be there. That's right. You haven't met Jack yet. Who's Jack? Ooh. Viewers' interest is peaked. Oh, I haven't met him yet. No, he'll be happy to meet you. So they all think that she's his fiance, but none of them have met her before. So she's all like, no, I have to work. Give me a number. We'll call and talk you into. Like, they really want this lady to come over. Why haven't you met her before? Isn't this strange to you? Here's my card, because we buy furniture from dead people. Okay. She's like, yeah, dead people. So everyone at the hospital thinks this is her fiance, including this random man, his colleague who gave some dirt. You know, there was an accident last year. Yeah, like it wasn't my fault. Like, I don't even know what this is about, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So the next day, this is what I have the biggest problem with this, is she has no friends. She has no female friends. Because, of course, men writing this were not like, oh, that is a vital part of women's lives usually, is their female friendships. Especially when they're single. Hopefully once if they ever get married, they're just as essential as it should be. But when single women usually have friends, and it's not their boss who they go to as an oracle. She's like, like they think I'm their future daughter. Like, the grandmother's got this heart thing. If I tell the truth, she's gonna have a heart attack and die, and it's gonna be on my head. He's like, well, go along with it. Everybody needs an older man exploiting you for labor to give you good advice about dating and lying to be a pick-me. Like, what? And then when Peter comes out of it, the family would be so happy he's alive they won't care. That hot dog man, who apparently she sees every day and still doesn't know her order, is like listening to this whole plan. And then he's like, yeah, like the man's like, yeah, they'll thank you for it. Yeah, I'm sure the family will thank you for lying about this entire thing and get them emotionally connected to a stranger who was obsessed with their son. And then of course hot dog man gets it wrong. Mustard, mustard, mustard. Even I've learned that after 10 minutes of this movie. It's not that I don't believe that the hot dog man wouldn't care, wouldn't be thoughtful enough to remember the orders of other people. It's just like the point of this repeated joke is that this woman has no friends, no one to advise her, no one pays attention to her. She might as well be dead. Her cat will eat her face if she dies in her apartment. She can't carry Christmas trees. She's just so pathetic. And then it was like, well, if it does come out of the coma, well, then who's to know? Then you could do what men would do, which is go along with the lie and literally, have schmegs with and sleep with someone based on coercion. Like, this is why I know men wrote this besides it being on IMDb. Women don't think this way. In general, we're not conditioned to think that we are owed anything and that if we got to trick them into it, that's fine. If we have to make up a whole lie, that we would have a heart. Like, she's going along with all this to hang out with people because she's so desperately alone. But you will never convince me that she would have been like, yeah, we're just going to fork based on this lie too. That's what men would do. He's like, I don't know. And he's like, look, Lucy, when my mother found out I was getting married to my wife, her intestines explode. What? Oh, great advice. What are you talking about? So if you tell them now, you might as well shoot grandma. Oh my God. This is why you should never go to men for advice. So, okay, she decides that I'm going to follow this man's amazing advice. Now she's at home talking to her cat whose name is Mel. Lest we forget, this is her alternative. See, this is all very intentional, y'all. The reason why we cut back to this scene is in case you forgot, this is her alternative. Having to pour milk into a bowl for her cat because that's the only sentient being in her life other than her boss, the hot dog man. Because being single means you're alone. Only for men. This is not how women live. We can't survive without each other usually. Like, we can, but we know how important community is. This is how a man would be living, except that cat would be dead. I mean, not always, but, we know they have a bad track record with taking care of people, animals, plants, because of their social conditioning to not care. So the alternative is to go there and just go along with this lie. But, nice house, nice Christmas decoration. And then her intuition is like, what are you doing, Mitch? And then the old man in the hat from a Werther's original commercial. Not really, but is it Cocoon maybe? I don't know. Well, hey! How do you feel? Come on, keep me company for a while. I don't want to smoke in the house. Y'all, I don't remember any of this. Do you know I'm Peter? Oh, this is the Godfather. Okay. I thought you had to be Catholic for that. I lied. Okay. Okay, stupid lie. Don't care. He's basically like, so I lied? Because, I'm basically a family. Like, do you belong to this family too? Are you two peas in a pod right now? I forget. And she's like, well, you're lucky, even though you lied to get into this family. You're lucky. Yeah, in case you haven't been told by literally every other man in this film, it's really important to have family in this time of year. And he's like, where are your parents? Okay. Here we go. My mom died when I was really young. Okay, we do find out. And a couple years ago, my dad got sick. Okay, so they moved to Chicago from Indiana for the research hospital. Research. Huh. Very expensive. Yeah, exactly. I had to quit school and then I started working for the CTA. Then a year ago, he'd had enough research and he died. Well, speaking of dead people, my wife's dead. Okay. But Ox got me through. Who the hell's that? I forget. Y'all, I'm sorry. Your good friend's the best. Okay, that's someone in the family. Lucy, in case you were thinking about not lying to this family the way I did, these Gallagher, they took me in as part of the family. I'd never let anyone hurt them. Yeah, neither would I. I believe you wouldn't. What is this? Okay, let's go inside now. Word to the wise. Drink soda, not the eggnog. Like, this is creepy. What just happened here? Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. I am watching this with you. These pictures don't make sense. Surely I missed a photo? Is this really the conversation they had? Okay, so they go in, take a family photo, and meet some crazy character. They've already got presents for Lucy. They're just one big happy family. They literally just met, other than the hospital. And she gets a taste of what it's like to not be a sad, pathetic cat lady with her Christmas fire and the stockings and being loved by people who don't know her at all. So then we cut to Sleeping Man's apartment. By the way, look at this photo of him. He's like, I got photos of myself everywhere. But, which is even weirder when you hear this call on the answering machine. Hi, it's Ashley. I'm assuming this is a woman he is dating, right? Just wait. Lisbon is absolutely gorgeous, but I'm cutting my trip short because I have been doing a lot of thinking. I will marry you. I'm sorry, if you are dating somebody and you are he has proposed to you and you call and say, hi, it's Ashley. Bad writing. She would say, it's me. God. Anyway, sorry. These little details drive me nuts. Cut back to this family and the brother shows up. And Lucy's on the couch. The brother is already suspicious of this bitch. Who's Lucy? She's like, it's a fiance. He's like, no, that's not his fiance. And look at her. She's pretending to be asleep. She's hearing all of this. Oh no. And the sister's like, well, have you met her? No. Oh, she's great. You're gonna love her. And he's like, you know what, kid? Maybe I'll stay the night. I don't like this brother. He seems malicious. Why are you watching her? Why do you not think that's his fiance? Like, in what this is bad writing. In what world would a brother show up and be like, this is suspicious? This woman must be a random lady who sold subway tickets to my brother and saved his life and then pretended to be engaged to him because he is in a coma and came over and hang out with our family and sleeping on our couch. That's what it must be. It can't be just the fiance, even though I've never. So then we learn a little bit about Jack from the sister. Don't eat my cereal in the morning, okay? So it's Mary's special cereal. Okay, entitled Big Brother. I've done videos about that. Big brothers think that they own all the food. Meanwhile, some of their younger sisters are starving. But okay, that's another video. We had to move. I'm trying to finish this before we go to Christmas Eve dinner. I don't know if I will. I'm doing my best. Mose gets very nervous when we pack because he thinks we're going to abandon him all the time. Anyway, Mary's like, you took the toy the last time, the surprise toy, remember? We learn a little bit of character about this guy. He's weird. He's suspicious. He seems awfully irrational and like overly suspicious of this woman. Is entitled and takes his sister's food because he's in whatever. I don't like you, Jack, already. She's like, oh man, he's on to me. And she gets out of there. She's trying to like, good morning. Ah, I gotta, you scared me. Sorry. Good morning, Jack. Guess I don't remember meeting you. Well, that's probably because you've never met me. Yeah, that might have something to do with it. Like, what are you doing? I know you must have tricked an unconscious man on the train tracks and you are like, what? Cap, I've got to go. Really nice meeting you. Anyway, I think she thinks he's busted her. He's like, hey, welcome to the family. That is sinister. Especially because all he does is like planting seeds. There's something up with this. They're at church the next day, talking about the brother. You know, the priest is all like, oh, man, let's take care of Peter. So who's this Lucy? She's her brother's fiance. You'd think if Peter were getting married, he would have announced it in the Tribune. Little narcissist. Well, yeah, given that he's got a photo of himself next to his phone, maybe. Like, a photo of yourself, I guess, is okay, but it's just... Usually I would put photos with me with somebody unless I was, like, doing something I'm very proud of, which I guess he was, but I don't know, whatever. And he's like, we read the... Okay. Why did she sneak out in the morning, though? Sherlock here. Inspector Gadget. She has a job. Yeah, thank you. What is your job, by the way? Awful lot of time to be asking questions. Anyway, she's back at her sad house with her sad cat, going through his wallet like the pathetic woman she is. She's like, oh, look, he plays tennis. Like, what? Okay, now this is weird. What? Who does this? I mean, maybe men do this. If a man had this in his wallet, like all these pictures of him by himself doing things, and he had like an Olin Mills shoot with a tennis racket of just him. Where is your fiance, brah? Or the woman that you asked to marry you? What? If you ever see something like this in a man's wallet, run! Anyway, so she's like, this is her apartment. And, Joe Jr.'s in the apartment. Joe Jr.'s like, come on, you stupid wingnut. Your mother's out. There's no telling what he said. Just being offensive. And then Jack comes up in his little truck. Excuse me, do you live? What are you, Karen? Like, excuse me, do you live here? I live here. I own this place. So do you know the woman who lives in 208? How do you know her address, bro? I must have missing a photo. Why are you at her place? This is weird. You are a weirder stalker than the woman you're stalking. Know her. I'm dating her. So that, like, first of all, I hate you, Joe Jr., but I also hate this dude. What's his butt? I already forgot his name. So then she breaks into this man on the track who she wanted to dry hump's apartment. Hey, kitty, rich kitty. Another photo here? Like, okay, this man is a narcissist. Who has photos like this all over in your wallets, on your desk? Then comes, what's his name? It's not Peter. What is his name? I forget. I'm just going to call him Lone Star from Spaceballs because that's where I'm. And then she slams him in the face. Oopsies. I'll get you some ice. Sorry, I wasn't expecting anybody in this place I broke into. How'd you get in here? Again, this is his fiance of his brother. How'd you get in here? I was just at your apartment. But how'd you get in here? Key. So you stay here, do ya? A lot? Oh, like feed the cat. Y'all are engaged. I'm surprised you don't hang out. Peter doesn't have a cat. Meow. Good kitty. Good timing, kitty. Saved by the meow. Oh. You know what, bro? Lone Star, you don't know your brother very well. Why are you so protective of a man you don't even know? Why haven't you met his fiance? The real one. They do this whole charade. The phone rings. Are you going to get that? Honestly, I'd be scared for my life with this man in the... What are you doing there? So he answers the phone. It's for you. Hello? Yeah, I'm going to find out. She's really working for the L. Okay, bye. That was the hospital. They want friends and family to give blood. Let's go together so I can interrogate you more. They go out to the garage, and she's like, I think we should take your truck. How did you know he had a truck? Did you see? I don't remember seeing him pull up in a truck, but she was on the cow. And then she ran out. Anyway. Oh, no, we ought to take Peter's car. Huh? You know where it's parked? Don't you? Like, I'm bored. I'm bored by how bad the writing is and how dumb these questions are. Like, okay, ask a few and then move on. This is too much. Yeah, like, I don't remember what happens here. I don't. Anyway, so they're giving blood. He's like, hey, we'll get a picture of you for the manor. She's like, of me? No, of you and Peter. Oh, we're not that photogenic. I doubt that. Saved by the adorable old nerd. When did you start seeing Peter? September 17th. That's an odd thing to throw out there, but good improv skills. Loose. 3 months, That's quick. Oh, you have no idea. That does line up with being with the narcissist. That's fast. The nurse comes in again. It's a fast engagement. She's like, okay, and the nurse is like, you just got up and left. Well, she's got like something and taking blood coming out of her. Like, whatever. Like, oh, this scene is so dumb. Okay, so then we cut to a later hospital scene. The family. And he's like, asking her a bunch of questions. What's your favorite ice cream? Actually, I think he's asking her if she knows Peter's favorite ice cream. That makes more sense. Baskin Robbins? Oh, it is. Because, remember, she saw Baskin Robbins when she opened the freezer. Favorite baseball team. Cubs or White Sox. What the heck's going on here? Yeah, thank you. This dude's being weird. Why are you asking her all these questions? Don't ask me. Ask her boyfriend. The fact that he believed this sleazy man who owns the building, who was like, yeah, I'm forking her. She's mine. But classic. Of course, a man would believe that over like a shady man. He's like, what are you talking about? You know, Joe. Joe Jr. Plumber's butt Joe. Mm-hmm. That's right. Mr. Joe Fusco Joe. How did you know all that? This is the weirdest writing. He said that you were intimate. That's a weird way to say it. Yeah, well, he said he invented aluminum foil too. Yeah, you take it. You go. Good comeback. He's delusional. He's very lucid when I talk to him. You're the crazy lying bitch. I hate you. I hate you. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, by the way, if you haven't caught on yet, this is the guy that she's gonna end up with, okay? Like, I saw this coming. You probably saw this coming. So if you get nothing else from this movie breakdown, it is that women are pathetic and la 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 la, all this stuff. Also, men who are mean to you, gaslight you, stalk you a little bit, follow you to your home, ask you all these questions, eat their little sister's favorite cereal and take the toy. That is the prize. What an amazing love story. So I'm so frustrated with this movie that I'm just going to connect dots that might not be true because I do not want to waste any more time watching this again. Ma, are you a cat? You see what you did? Are you blaming Sandra Bullock, Lucy, for this? I'm so confused. Oh my God, y'all. I just realized I totally forgot how awful this plot point. So she proves, I'm literally going through these photos in real time. She proves that she is not dating the Joe guy, that she's not some crazy lying person. Which again, why do any of them think she is? And she's like, he has one testicle. Daddy's like, what? My son? A month ago, there was an accident. Okay, so this is the part I cut out because I was like, why are they saying all this stuff? Of course, they were. That stupid conversation with the guy who was like talking about the accident in the elevator, the coworker. Okay, so apparently in that conversation, she learned that he's missing a testicle because his friend had a pencil in his pocket. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. I feel bad even speaking these lines. Now, this is such male humor. How, God. Men are not funny. Some are, but this is so not funny. They're like, oh no, we'll have it so that she doesn't get caught in a lie by saying that he's got one testicle. And then we'll make a woman have to look at it. That's right. Because all of them are like, acts like, well, somebody's got to look. Make sure this crazy bitch isn't making this up. And the sister's like, don't look at me. You may be a king baby who pushes me around, but you're not going to make me look at my brothers. And then the dad or Ox was like, listen. And the mother's like, I'm his mother. I, and only I, other than maybe this bitch, can look at his. This is the dumbest scene ever. This is such male humor. You know, again, this is how I know a man wrote this. Men are obsessed with their testicles. Do they ever grow out of being teenage boys? Some of them. Because I literally worked with teenage boys on backpacking courses, and I could not believe how much they talk about their balls. All the time. That's all they talked about. I know more about balls than I ever want to know because they wouldn't shut up. And then when I worked in the rafting industry and all, the men just talk about this all the time. That's how I know another way a man wrote this. Only a man would write this terrible joke. So yeah, they all look away while mom's looking at the testicle. So funny. Well, look at the bright side. He's got more room in his jockey shorts. That's another dumb, awful joke that a man would write. God, they're so predictable, y'all. So then she's back at her stupid apartment with her stupid cat and her stupid life. And then Joe comes in. You stood me up. Why does this man come to your place all the time? You have bad boundaries, Lucy, okay? Look at him. Look how he talks to her. You stood me ice capades. I had to eat your I mean, I kind of like that they have this like macho man going to the ice capades. That's a nice, gender shift. But I kind of feel like they're making fun of that. You know what I mean? I never said I'd go with you. So, oh, you did. No, I didn't. But then there's a Tap, tap, tap on the door. Oh, here we go. There's more dumb comedy. Situational dumb comedy. Like, I can't believe that any women like this movie other than we think that it's for us. So a lot of times we consume things that are written for us. Women are way smarter than this. They would make more emotionally intelligent jokes than this dumb, like, God, hey, I'll fight this guy. And she's like, get in the closet. Yeah, because the thing you need to do more is just lie, Lucy. This family is already onto you, and I don't know why. Hide a plumber butt in your closet. Man who already said that y'all were dating, so you think he's gonna stay in that closet and not make noise? Anyway, not a word. Nice pants. The other thing, men not also think so lowly of us. They think so poorly of themselves. Do you know what I mean? Y'all really, they really do. Just, they perpetuate toxic masculinity because they actually don't think men are very good people. They hate themselves and the way they write male characters. It's like, can you write some depth into anybody? And Wilford Gilmer or whatever shows up. Sorry, do you have company? Y'all are too invasive with your questions. Nosy family. No, it's the TV next door. Some coffee or tea or something, old man? No, not a thing. Just here to snoop. Lucy, there's something you should know. You know, the night you visited Peter outside, I was outside the door. I know the truth. Oh, look, he did his rotisserie chicken thing for y'all. Sorry, you don't have to worry. Because I'm a grifter. You're a grifter. We're all grifters here. I'm not going to tell them anything because I don't really care about this family. I'm just lonely. But, don't tell them anything. Keep fooling them, like me. Remember the day you said you'd never do anything to hurt the family? Yeah. Well, since they met you, they figured they have Peter back. Aw. See, another old man giving this clueless, pathetic lady advice. How many speaking lines does she have compared to all the men? Like, she is the most passive character. This is also bad writing. You don't want your hero to be this freaking passive. She's so passive. Like, you're just reacting to everything. Do you have any choices? Of course you don't, because you are a woman character with no depth, written by two men. If I tell them the truth, little lady, you'll take them away again. What? Okay. I need you, Lucy, just like you need them, because you ain't got anybody. God. Now look, I know you're a good girl. I know you'll do the right thing. God, what is all these men telling her what to do? I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, y'all see Reese Witherspoon, I think, was saying that when she noticed that in every single movie with women, they're like, I don't know what to do. Here it is, right here. I don't know, tell me what to do. Like, seriously, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once I saw that video, Reese Witherspoon was like, every single movie is like, what do I do? What do I do? All, like, as if women are ever asking this. This is men being like, well, they don't even ask a lot of times. They'll just, like, do stuff without knowing what they're doing. Or they'll play the weaponized, right? Like, women are never being like, what would I? We just do. Oh, by the way, how'd you know about the with the one, technical thing? We're gonna have a, call back to that bad joke. You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. You little creepy. You probably went in there and touched it like I would have. Because what men imagine with their heads, believe you me, is very different than what we imagine. Anyway, he leaves. Then she goes to the closet guy. Like, what are you doing? I guess there was a noise. I sleep. Are you trying on my shoes? No. I'm like, what are y'all doing to this man? Why are you making it sound like, are you trying to go for like he's a closeted joke or what? Because he clearly was putting on her high heels. And then, knock, knock. Another funny scenario of lying. Oh, this time it's Jack. Oh my God, doesn't anyone use the phone anymore? How do all these people know where you live? How did that old man know where you live? How do all these people know where you live? Are you telling them, or are they all just crazy, or is this bad writing? So then, of course, this dumb joke. Oh, I use the phone. Yeah, I'm not talking about 900 numbers where you just call and... Who told you? Oh, my God. Hi. So, more questions? Yeah, that's right. Call him out for his Sherlock Holmes syndrome. Like, how'd you know? No, I have an engagement present for you. Great. Can't wait to see what this is. I'm glad I forgot about all this crap. You really shouldn't have. I didn't. It's from my parents. Why would I give you a present? I hate you. It's furniture. You want me to bring it up? Uh-oh. The man in the closet's making noise again. Shocker. What's that? Cat. Big cat? I think you should bring your furniture to Peter's apartment. I don't know what it is. Well, you know, anything would look nicer in Peter's apartment after you look at my little dump. You know what? I'll come with you to get us out of here so that you won't think that I'm actually dating or intimate with the plumber butt guy. So they get in the moving van and drive around Chicago, and he's got her moving couches. Do you know how heavy couches are? I worked in the set dressing in the film industry. Had to move these a lot. They're heavy. 2 people. This is hard for just 2 people. And the doorman's all like, you know, people have to be announced. Well, I'm with her. I'm helping her. So, oh, you don't know her? Here we go again. This is the dumbest premise. And I'm exhausted by it. And we're like, I promise y'all, it's gonna change pretty soon. I'm gonna make a part 2 because this movie is so bad it needs 2 parts. But it's gonna get more interesting, but like worse, but in like more interesting way. Doorman's like, no, I don't know that book. But I'm new here. Oh, saved by the doorman, just like the kitty cat saved her. Oh, well, she's Peter Callaghan's fiance in 57G. Told me about her, sir. Oh, aren't you lucky that other woman that wants to be married to him called? She's scared. Oh, here we go. Great, thanks. Real helpful, doorman. You don't even know her. And you're telling her future brother-in-law that she's... Here we go. This is actually perfect. Men bonding over talking crap about the loved one of one of them. You know what I mean? I've told you before, men, when they first meet Anthony, will sometimes try to bond with him over hating me. When they're like, what does your wife do? And he's like, oh, she's a feminist. She does YouTube decentering men. They're like, well, and they try to make fun of me to his face. And he's like, no, you don't. Cute. Why would you say this to the brother-in-law of, like, your tenants, or not tenant, but like, dude, you should get fired for this. Anyway, sorry, I got caught on that moment. Then he's like, why don't you step back? I'm going to try a trick. What's the trick? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Push it in. I'm going to hurt you because I hate you. Oops, broke a flower thing. Blew stuff on the carpet. And then they agreed they're going to another lie. This is just a movie of lies. Let's hide the thing with the new ugly couch. Why would that couch go in this apartment? That is an ugly couch. So then they like go outside and they're blocked by the idiot. And she's like, I told you not to park that close. Right. Then this is where things change. He goes from being her number 1 enemy to now they're going to be lovers. So we're going to stop here and stay tuned because I'm late for Christmas Eve dinner. Please comment, like, share. I will do a part 2, I promise. I'm way too invested in this. It'll either be tomorrow or the day after. I don't think I can record all this stuff at my in-laws, and we're staying there tonight. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please comment. I'll do a comment song, and please come back for part 2. And write in the comments anything that you want me to address that I haven't seen yet. But no spoilers, please. Anyway, for those of us who celebrate, have a happy Christmas Eve or whatever. I don't even know. I don't even care about this holiday this year, but, you know, I like my in-laws. Shocker, right? Anyway, join my Patreon too. Give it away for a present. I think you can do that. God, I should have looked into this. I'm so behind on everything. And Muz, we're going to go now. You're going to see your best friend, Grandma. He's like, see his eye? Anyway, part 2 coming soon, y'all. Let me know if you heard the comment song. Okay, the comment song is here and it's Christmas comment song. Yeah, yeah, Anthony.
And the comment song, the Christmas comment song.
We're in the car on our way to his parents for Christmas dinner. Take it, Anthony. Sorry.
This is the coming song, the Christmas coming song for you guys.
Moses in the back, being a cry, baby, but you can't hear him. But anyway, I'm on a boat right there in Strasbourg, and I'm just singing this because I'm in a rush. Hey, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas coming song.
The
Christmas coming song. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas coming song. The Christmas coming song.
Hey.
Et voilà.